Hi, this is your buddy, Dr. John Isegohi. I want to just encourage Africans not to be angry with President Macron of France, who said that Africans cannot govern themselves. For him to have made that statement, there is a playbook or the tactics that have been used for a very long time, even by his forebears and up to him. So he had looked at us with that lens, and he came to the conclusion that they will not leave Africa alone because we cannot govern ourselves. Now, if it is true that we cannot govern ourselves, why is it that people like us are being consulted by some of the top CEOs for coaching and for management decisions that we add value to their business ecosystem? So if people like us could be executive coaches and doing our work fantastically well, what is it in the nation that we cannot manage? But something is wrong somewhere. If you want to know where you are going, you have to look at your past. It is estimated that almost 20 million slaves were taken out of Africa during the slave trade. And about 3 million of those people, they died on the way. Those who died could be your family member or my family member, depending on where it tilted towards. And I kept asking myself, how can they just come to a place and they take 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 10 million, 11 million, and there was no formidable resistance? It was then I got a result that because of infighting, triggered by jealousy, brothers were selling brothers, family members were selling family members. The kings today that we revered so much were like the middlemen between the slave traders and the Africans that were taken into slavery. Because the slaves were auctioned or sold like commodities. Are we not having the same problem today? Look at other parts of the world. Just yesterday, there was an elections in Canada. Federal elections. Everywhere was calm. You won't even know that an election is going on. And I asked myself, during elections in Nigeria, everyone walks with trepidation because anything can happen. You hear people die, you hear people maimed, you hear others are wounded. What does that tell you and I? That there is something that is wrong with us and not with the Europeans. That the same thing that some of our forefathers did is what is replicating itself today. If not, how can a nation like Nigeria that is so blessed have leaders that still go to Europe for holidays, that still go to Europe to take stock of their leadership? Now, that tells you what it is. So if we have to be angry, it is not with Macron. We must be angry among ourselves. Because nobody is coming to build Africa. There is no love that gets to that level that anybody will build Africa. When they come to Africa, it is what they are going to get. It's still use them and dump them syndrome. So we must be angry with ourselves and tell ourselves we must build our nation ourselves and deal with the traitors among us. And to Mr. Macron, thank you for reminding us that we cannot govern ourselves. But Mr. President, there is nothing that stands forever. You have just made a statement. The generation that was wasted will not be able to impact themselves with our generation. One day things will change, but we have to put our house in order. Thank you.